band with Jakeway in the green ankle band. Oh, they switched it. Jakeway will be in the red, and Scott will be in the green. So just to get things squared off here, Jakeway with that crazy mullet, just sporting it well here from South Carolina. He's going to go right away on the collar tie off on the left side. Slide by attempt on the right side. The 2-on-1 tie there from Scott. Scott had a pin early here in his tournament to make his way to the finals. As Jakeway had some close matches, he also had a major decision as well. He can put the points on the board. It's still a 2-on-1 tie here for Scott. That's a 2-point takedown. Working off that 2-on-1 tie easily. It will be a 2-point takedown for Saxton Scott.
Scott trying to work that bar right now. Get it on the back.
With a minute 15 left here in the first, we are 2-2-2, of course, here in high school matches. Alongside Drew Foster, I'm John Peterson, bringing you live play-by-play coverage. Scott with an early takedown in the first. We'll try to work here with the 2-on-1.
Jakeway right now, he's trying to get this wrist back. Right, so right now it kind of looks like he's laying there, but really what he's trying to get his pressure down and get that wrist out. And that, as I say that, Scott's pulling that arm back up on the back.
Early takedown by Scott. As I said before, Scott did have some damage here early here in the tournaments. Scott on his way had his toughest match in the first round, but then a quick pin over Eddie of Arizona to make his way to the finals. And right now, with 30 seconds left in the first, he's controlling well on top.
Closing in on the final 20. If Scott could get some backs here, that'd be big. And Jakeway, I mean, 15 seconds, maybe get one if you can. But if nothing happens, you're still not, it's not like you're out of the match, right? It's just 2-0.
When you're looking at on how well a wrestler can ride on top here as time expires in the first, when you look at how well a guy at this age can ride on top, that's definitely something that you can look at as, hey, this guy definitely knows what he's doing, as Jakeway will defer, and now Scott will pick down. When you're looking at it from a junior standpoint, almost to that college level, almost to that next level, riding on top is really important.
Yep, just the transition piece from high school to college, they say like the bottom position is the hardest piece, right? So if you can be stingy on top, all right, and at some of the lighter weights, you'll see a lot more freshmen. All right, you kind of got that advantage going in, and as you're matched up with a lot more freshmen, and there's probably going to be quite a bit of success. And then it's just another element of the game, along with your 1 minute riding time too.
Scott with a takedown. He picked down to start this second period, and Jakeway wanted him on his feet. Jakeway wanted to reset. He didn't get a great start in the first, but he's finding out that Scott is very good on his feet, baiting off that inside cradle, but turns it into a 2-point takedown. Scott's got his second takedown of the match. He leads 5-0 with that escape that was given to him automatically here in the second, and Scott will adjust and try something different here in the second period.
Getting a little high. Here comes Jakeway trying to get his butt cleared. Gets one. Scott doing a really good job at just giving up the one, not the two right there. Right, good awareness on the mat.
It's textbook wrestling there, awareing and knowing that don't give up the two, just give up that one. Didn't get the legs in. Instead, minimal damage. 5-1 lead here for Scott. There's a straight-on double. That's a 2-point takedown. He has had 3 different takedowns here in this match. The Idaho wrestler, Saxton Scott, doing a great job of just putting a flurry of arsenal of takedowns.
Right, this pressure he's keeping on top with his claw ride. He just transitioned. There it is again. Right, he's really using that back knee to bump and try and keep that front knee ahead of Jakeway's. Isolate the hip, isolate the knee. Jakeway needs to try to secure a point. Another point here, try to chip away, so to speak, right? 20 seconds, 1 point could be big here. It's his choice going into the third. But as it sits right now, it's a 6-point deficit.
3 takedowns and an escape for Scott as Jakeway tried to get inside the hips, get inside the legs there of Scott from the bottom position and see if he could scoop a leg and come around for a reversal. But Scott does such a great job of controlling his own hips, rides out the rest of the period. And as a commanding 6-point lead, and Jakeway is going to go on his feet. In the beginning of the second period, he let Scott go, and he wanted on his feet. He knows this is where he is strong, but he has yet to get any offense going. Scott's got to be aware of maybe feet to back. You know, Jakeway might be a person that likes takedowns, but at the same time, down by 6. This isn't college. It's going to be a 5-point move, but at the same time, Jakeway's still showing his offense.
Yep. Oh, nice work by Scott. It was a nice attempt by Jakeway. He left his feet behind, right? He needed to keep bringing his feet around to avoid that leg pass.
From what it looked like was going to be a nice high crotch to a double. As you were saying, Scott did a great job of keeping the leg scrambling through and making it very easy, and it's obviously frustrating right now for Jakeway as he's had his way on his feet. He scored 20 points in the semis and got a pin in his first match. So he's definitely been doing great on his feet throughout the tournament, but he's met his match with Scott, who has had now 4 takedowns and 1 escape with a minute left in this championship match, leading things off here at the 2023 Folkstyle Nationals. We're at 100 pounds. Scott doing a great job staying behind the elbows. Quad pod position there by Jakeway. And at least Jakeway, you know, he's wrestling the full 6 minutes. He's not napping. He's trying to knee slide out, trying to do something from the bottom, knowing these guys at this level are to learn that, hey, I may be down, but I'm not out.
Yep, and, you know, wrestling still has a knockout blow with a pin. So it's good to wrestle through everything, right? You never know what's going to come from it. And there's always pride. There's always pride. There's a pride piece when you finish something strong.
10 seconds to go here in the third and final period. Scott from Idaho with 9 points, 4 takedowns and an escape, and your first Folkstyle National Champion of 2023 is Mr. Saxton Scott of Team Idaho.
Your 100-pound junior champion from Idaho with a final score of 9-1, Saxton Scott.
We'll go ahead and go to 106